What's up, everybody, and welcome to Maximize. On this show, I have actor, entrepreneur Malik Yoba. Stay tuned.
Rising up, here we go. No time to be afraid. They say it's impossible. And listen to what they say. They got me motivated. Oh yeah, I'm motivated.
What's up, everybody, and welcome to Maximize, the business of you. Today I have a very special guest. It's my privilege to bring you guys Mr. Malik Yoba, actor, entertainer, singer. He does a lot of stuff, man. What's up, Malik?
What's up, baby? How are you?
I'm good, man. I appreciate you being on the show.
No doubt.
First of all, we recently connected at the Bronx Gala this year,
Right.
where you were actually inducted to the Bronx Hall of Fame by Borough President Ruben Diaz. How did that feel, man?
It was dope, man. The Bronx Walk of Fame, being from the Bronx. I just thought the gala, I've said a million times, like it was one of the best ones I've ever been to. Just celebrating the borough. A lot of pride, you know. His son was the DJ. He was killing it.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Devin
Devin
Ibiza.
Ibiza was there.
Right,
That's
give a shout
how.
out.
By the way, that's the only reason I was there, because Devin got me
Was
there.
that? Oh, right, because he was the DJ.
He was
so
a
you had to be
DJ,
there.
so that's why I was there.
But it was dope, man. It was dope to be recognized and see what the Bronx is up to, because people have been sleeping on the Bronx for a while.
Absolutely,
But
man.
The Bronx is definitely on the rise. And first time I met Ruben, really enjoyed meeting him and his family, and so it's been good.
Yeah, when you went up there, your speech, kind of touched me and motivated
I
me.
forgot what I said. What did I say?
You went up there. First of all, you were singing.
Right.
You went up there. I think you was. I was born by the river.
I was born by the river. And that's where the dreams began, in the Bronx. My father refused to put a television in the house.
That was
because he
one of the
thought
things I remember
that
you
it's an
said. There was
idiot
no
box.
TV in the house.
There was no Saturday morning
We're
cartoons.
not
There was
going
none of
to
that.
let my
You think that was
children be
helpful? You think that
raised
was-
by what's on the-
I think that it made everybody in my family is a writer.
Okay.
Everybody writes.
So they
Everybody
use their
creative.
own creativity.
Absolutely. Not saying that kids can't benefit from watching TV. A lot of people I work with in the business, that's what made them want to perform, watching TV.
Of course.
But for me, it wasn't that. It was doing theater, actually.
Nice. So I consider you an OG in the acting game.
That's right.
You've been doing this for a long time.
Decades, son.
What would you
decades.
say is the hardest part of, continuing to pursue your acting endeavors?
I think the hardest part is the part that was the hardest part when you started, which is that as long as you're only an actor, then you're always waiting for somebody to give you a shot. So if that's the case, then I don't know if I would have survived as long as I have if it was only about acting.
Right.
So for me, acting is part of what I do. I
Yeah.
write, I produce, I direct, and I'm an entrepreneur first and foremost. So
Absolutely.
since the days of the paper route, it was always about go get yours. Like I've never
Whichever way
not-
you can.
Yeah, I've never not had a job.
Gotcha.
So either I've created jobs for myself and other people, or I've been an employee, and I prefer to be the employer, signing the front of the check, not the back of the check. But acting in Hollywood has been good to me. I mean, so since '93 to 2015, that's 22 years, I've never not worked as an actor and made a good living doing that. So that's success in and of itself, right? But then I've always been a teacher. So even before my acting career took off, I was working in high schools and teaching and facilitating, so workshops, and so I've been doing that forever, and I do that for corporations now. I do a lot of keynotes, I do a lot of hosting, I write. Like I said, this is my company,
Iconic
32.
Yeah.
Which is a lifestyle firm, which essentially means we want to show up everywhere in your life. So from what you watch to what you wear to what you're reading to, how we consult corporations on dealing with issues around young people, millennials specifically. As a lifestyle firm, we have the opportunity to consult, to create experiences, to develop product, which is a lot of fun. So for me, it's just been about, I've been one of those people that has multiple talents.
Right.
And I use them all. So music,
And I heard you sing. I was like, where did that come from?
But I've been, music. Before I was pursuing acting, I never really pursued acting. It's something I did, but I wasn't chasing. I was chasing music. So
chasing music. That's kind of my story. So I take a question from one of the audience members that watched the show. So this is the question.
Meredith May asks, what has your biggest career challenge been, and what attribute in your personality helped you overcome that challenge?
Thanks, Meredith, for that question.
Meredith, the biggest career challenge to date has just happened, getting killed on Empire.
Oh.
And not for the reasons people would think, like getting killed, but the Empire was my 13th series. I was a series regular, and most aren't successful, which is why most people don't realize it's actually been that many for me. The fact that you hopefully ascend in your career. Acting isn't always the case. Sometimes you can do projects that are on the same level that don't become a big blockbuster or don't catapult you from working actor status to like A-list, right? Which even that becomes pretty tenuous because you can have that for a minute and then have a string of failed movies and you're no longer A-list, right? People don't want to pay. So the career itself is kind of crazy.
Up and down. It's just like the music business.
Right. So, but going to work every day, doing a good job, building camaraderie with people,
moreblackpeople.com,
and not knowing that that's what's about to happen right before you finish the season, and then having the show blow up, and then not being able to really enjoy the success that everybody else around you is enjoying because
you're not on it.
But even though you're still filming, so like we have one more to go, and I know that my character's about to die, and then you gotta go back to work, still film. You can't say anything to the public. Everyone's like, yo, congrats, yo, I loved it. You're like, yo, thank you. And then, there's some real money you don't make too. There's some real money.
Right.
And so the characteristic that allows you to deal with that is, one, the knowledge that everywhere you are is where you're supposed to be. Like, if I was doing Empire right now, we wouldn't be doing this.
Probably not, right.
Not probably, we wouldn't.
Right.
I'd be in Chicago filming.
Right. Or doing something else on some talk show somewhere.
Yeah, so relationships with your family, your kids, your other work. So people live a lot of times in the woulda, shoulda, coulda. If only I would've. I wish I should've. I don't do that.
Right, and that's
where I am in every single moment. I understand that's where I'm supposed to be. So people tend to separate the good things from the bad things, right? So great things happen in your life. Yo, look how successful I am. Yo, the bad stuff happens. Like, yo, I don't know about that, but you can't separate the good from the bad. They're both part of
what it is.
You can't separate, the day from the night. They're both part of a day. You know what I mean? So that's the part that allows you to deal with those things that are unfamiliar and challenging, because you've always had challenges. They've just been, some are familiar, some are less familiar, but then, this is a new level ish that I'm dealing with. So that was that, because the show became such a big hit. And so that was that, and it continues on a certain level to be one of those things that you just go, wow, like, okay, let me keep moving in my direction. Because the other piece is, if you know that you're moving on your purpose, then you don't worry about anything else.
Absolutely. I agree with that 150 million %.
Yeah.
Wow. So when you think of success, who's the first person that comes to mind to you? A successful person?
Me.
That's what's up.
When you just asked me. Like, I've been successful on many, many levels. And, to me, success is about completion. It's about being able to actually complete what you start.
Do you think money makes you successful?
Money can be an indicator of a certain type of success, like financial success, and I'm all about that. Like, it's about making as much as you can, only for the purpose of giving it away, though. Like, the only reason to have a lot is so that you can do more.
Right.
Not just so you can buy more and trick out more, but it's like, there's a lot of, like what LeBron just did. Like, that's what you're supposed to do. $41 million to send 1,000 kids to school. Thank you very much. Like, And those of us that are in a position to do that should do that. If you're part of pop culture, especially, so sports, fashion, music, art, television, film, you have a greater platform to reach people. I think that you have to use that to amplify good. You have to.
Absolutely.
You have to. But sending kids to school,
that's a long
that's
term.
a big move.
Yeah.
Dr. Dre saying, we're going to build this art center in the middle of the hood. I know it's going to be at USC, I believe, with Jimmy Ivy. That's
success.
Yeah, that's to
part
me
of
is
success.
part of success. And I think that no matter who you are, part of your definition of success means, did I actually give to the life of somebody else?
Or make their life better some way.
In some ways, that's,
Awesome.
yeah.
So, what do you do to relax, and do you have a meditation practice, or do you practice anything like that to help you?
I definitely meditate. I
down?
ride my bike a lot, ride all over the city. I work out, go to Soul Cycle, take spin classes. I work out with a trainer. I drive with no music. Stop, breathe, meditate, reset. You know what I mean? Just give that to myself, because particularly when you're on an entrepreneur track, I've never had a 9 to 5. But I think that when you are in the creative space constantly and you're making things, so producing the Pop Culture Summit, I'm producing TV shows, I'm working on a solo stage show, got some real estate interests, some marketing.
So you're hustling.
Yeah, and you're doing like 50,000 things at the same time.
Right.
Because each thing needs your attention during the course of a day or a week, depending upon what you're doing. And so there's a lot going on that's all here.
Right. I have a question. What using technology, what are your top 5 apps to keep you productive?
So Dropbox is definitely one of them, because I have to send a lot of video, sometimes auditions and things like that. The app for my Soul Cycle classes is always good.
Keep you together.
The other one, the Scanner app, we gotta send documents.
Okay. Like me, I use an app called Follow Up CC, because what happens to me is I meet a lot of people, and I get their emails, right, and I take their email. I might send one email, but then I forget about it. So
Right.
Follow Up CC, on the CC line of the email, it gives you like a code, like it gives you a reminder, so you can say, remind me in 2 days, remind me in a week to call this person back. So it's so helpful, because now I may send you an email, and a week later pops up, oh snap, I forgot.
It sends alerts.
It sends another
I like
email,
that.
because like I said, I meet a lot of people, and I might go months, and I'm like, what?
Follow Up CC, I'm gonna have to get that right now.
Follow Up CC. So my last question, man,
Getting it right
how
now.
can people find more information about Iconic and everything that you're doing right now?
Follow me on all social media, MalikYoba, Malik Yoba, on Instagram, on Twitter, and then Iconic 32, Curators of Progress on Instagram, or you can go to iconic32.com.
That's what's up.
Website, yeah.
Malik, man.
Hold on, gotta get my follow up.
Yeah, Follow Up CC,
All right, say
baby.
goodbye to the people.
Hey, what's up,
See y'all later.
everybody? Malik Yoba, man. Listen, if you have a question, comment, leave it right here. Post this show to your friends. Share it. This is Maximize, baby. The business of you. Peace.
Follow Up CC. That's what I'm getting right now.
There's no antidote.